It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
So, last we left off, Bell Hells, after making contact with the Volition, agreed to aid them in a number of their current simultaneous goals against the dark leaders of Criviris, in hopes of gaining information and aiding the revolution against the Ruidian tyrants. Upon these missions, much information was gained. Some dangerous circumstances occurred, and yet you survived and endured and began to flee the city as chaos began to erupt from within. And as you fled towards the surface, through some of these winding rock tunnels, you were hunted by Odahan Thul, the Legend of the Peaks. During this fight, in which your terrifying foe unleashed her true capabilities, many of you fell and barely scraped back from the edge, but one of you did not. Fresh-cut grass. The friend and ally who had recently come to truly realize his worth sacrificed himself to save the rest of you, and to fell for good the foe that had long hunted you. You emerged, and there amongst the red Ruidian landscape, the distant storms roiling, Liliana descended from above, and seeing the hurt in your face, and all of your faces, realized what had likely transpired.
Exhausted, but immediately trying to figure out where we are, if I recognize it, if anyone besides her mother is present, coming, are we in danger?
You do not see any other figures immediately present. We all, can't stay here. Not after. We can't stay here.
Are you staying?
If I go, they'll know. What's more useful? If I leave, they'll... the rest of them already have been tough enough to get them to trust me. Am I more useful here to what you're doing, or am I more useful leaving it behind?
We don't know enough. You said... You said you're the vessel?
As far as I understand, in order to reawaken and get to this God Eater, this Predathos, there are boundaries, shells, things that imprison it within itself, set up by the gods, and I don't know the specifics. Maybe you'd know better. She gestures over to Ivaroa, who is still kind of like processing and kind of clutching with all four of her arms towards her chest right now, kind of taken in shock all that's transpired. What I do know is that the Ruidus born, we're part of pushing through that. We're supposed to be what can break the final boundary. We have something within us, something that the gods can't stop. Only we can truly reach it. And from what he said, in order to get it beyond and back into our realm, it needs a vessel. Something to carry it past that threshold.
Then you can't stay.
I'm not the only possible vessel here. I'm afraid of what'll happen if I'm not here to try and do what I've been doing.
Which is what? Control it? Try to control lewdness?
At least slow and focus what's happening.
If you're used as a vessel, there's no guarantee you'll be in control of yourself. If you're not the vessel, what are you going to do against a God Eater? With us. We're armed with information.
I ask you this in earnest. What is it you fear about this God Eater? Let's remove lewdness from the equation. Let's absolve ourselves of that. What are you afraid of?
Unknown consequences that you cannot guarantee me or anyone. You do not know what will happen if that thing is unleashed.
I've had quite a few communions with him. I don't think it wants us. I don't think it cares.
Ma'am, Miss Timold, I cannot take your word for it.
I understand.
You say it doesn't care about us? What makes you think apathy is any better than disdain? To a God Eater.
It's hard to explain, but there's something just feels right about the path of what it wants. It's real tired of being here. And it's real angry at those who put it there. And it's real hungry. If I come with you, I can't continue to tell you what's happening here.
I hug her. What if they pull you away again, though?
Then you know what to do.
Then stay. Then stay.
It's odd. You see a combination of heartbreak and relief wash over her. There's that glimmer in her face where you see part of her really did want to go with you.
I don't mean to interject, just a question. I would love to, like Orm said, believe everything that you're saying. But if you've really been trying to slow this down and we seem to know your heart of things, are they going to be able to tell your true colors now?
They haven't fully trusted me because I don't think they can. In fact, I think the Wyvernwind and lewdness have a unique dynamic. And lewdness was the first Exandria to make contact with the Wyvernwind about 3 centuries ago, from what they told me. But they both use each other for their own ends. The Wyvernwinds don't trust us exalts.
What of Odahan?
Odahan was one of the possible vessels. One that I don't think we have to worry about anymore.
How many more possibilities are there?
Awakened, maybe 4, but I know they're trying to instill some of the other dormant powers to reach their true potential.
Where's Ludinus now?
Ivaroa kind of peeks up, like breaks from her kind of shaken stare and goes, I think I know where he is. Me and a small other team, we've been assembling these devices he'd been bringing from Exandria. Something had been taken up home, and the source of these pieces, and I know he mentioned something about having to deal with this thing.
You know they're not altruists. So it's hard for me to fathom why you think that whatever comes next is not bad. Ludinus isn't doing anything if it doesn't bring him power.
Ludinus is following a plan that was set out for him by the one who sleeps. And the one who sleeps just sees him as a part of its plan. And it's so hard to convey if you haven't seen or felt what I have.
It's not hard to understand at all. I know self-delusion when I see it, and known it myself. I think your worst fear is probably my worst fear, and we just got a fucking sample of it. I want you to think about that. And think very carefully when things start to go wrong, and they will for you. Will you hear the mental cries of your daughter when Ludus finally decides it's time to murder her on Exandria? Do you think that'll break through, or do you think you're going to be surprised?
Do you think, should we stop all this from happening and reseal or maintain Predathos' endless slumber, that those of us who know this, those of us who are designed to be part of its freedom, are just going to be allowed to walk free?
Cold comfort for my family in the ground.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
I am.
What happened enough to where you decided to leave your daughter?
I went to the conservatory in Drusar when I was having these dreams, these visions, and through these studies and this research, eventually I was visited by Ludinus, who had a personal interest.
Sure. That makes sense.
And if I'm to be honest, he was a teacher. I just didn't realize what was being done until I was already unknowingly complicit.
With all due respect, Miss Timolt, we've all been through quite a lot. Forgive any of our rash comments. But I do fear every moment that we are here diminishes the chances of us getting out of here.
How can we get away from the city safely?
Give me your hands. There's this immediate rushing of air and sound. You feel this immediate impact, like someone had punched your gut, but without pain. Just the air kind of forcefully leaves your chest for a second. Your lungs kind of, and as you inhale, you feel the red landscape kind of bend inward, and then as it reflexes back out, you're standing at the base of the bloody bridge, carving upward, up towards Exandria above. You are still in the middle. You can see yourself standing there in the moment. And there are other, soldiers. There's quite a large military presence surrounding you. But none of them seem to be reacting to your presence.
But at the center, within stone's throw?
Within a 10-foot walk from the bloody bridge. You are right in the middle of the military encampment you landed at when you arrived at Ruidus.
Act as if.
What do we do when we get to the other side?
Find those who you can trust. And find me when you need my guidance. Now go quickly. I can't hold this long.
Okay.
You all leaping one after another into the bloody bridge. As you're stepping through, you just kind of hear in your head, I'm sorry. Take off into the sky. The rushing of the energy, pulling you up through the scattering sense of power itself. You see other things going, coasting by from the opposite direction, as from the outskirts of the rushing red energy, like the push of a massive fire hose of magical power, pushing you back towards your home world of Exandria. It emerges, and all of you end up now standing at the base of the Malleus Keys.
At the top of those little stairs?
Little stairs, you all kind of emerge. Here, as you glance around, the same kind of encampment that you saw, but there are regiments of Ruidian soldiers kind of at the ready. You can see there are weapons set up on the sides of this space. Nobody's looking up. Nobody's noticing you at the moment. You're not sure how long you have.
We have to look like we
makes the
belong
most
here.
sense.
Then let's all do the thing where we surround Imogen like she could be Lillian.
Yeah.
Okay. As you all, the few of you kind of prepare yourselves visually, and now as a group begin to descend. I'd like a group deception check from you all.
This is where I really hope y'all roll well.
Better.
No. No.
All right. So as you all emerge and begin to descend the staircase that leads down from the top of the Malleus Key, you, Orem, notice that two Rylorans kind of gliding by, two mystics that kind of take attention as you come down the steps and just kind of begin to pursue.
Let's just keep going until they get within 60 feet.
You watch as Vanguard members begin to, after they're essentially pinged in proximity to these mystics, begin to, reach for their weapons and begin to stand up, and all begin to kind of follow behind them. There is a slow-growing kind of makeshift battalion that is beginning to close in behind these two mystics as they begin to gain on your somewhat quickened pace, but still walking.
I tell Imogen, when it's time, turn around and tell them they're dismissed.
About 80 feet, 70 feet, 60 feet.
I stop walking.
I twin spell. Oh God, I hope this works. Twin spell Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
And what they see is Liliana Timolt.
No need for an escort. You're dismissed.
Both of them stop. And drift around the opposite direction.
Okay.
And you watch as the rest of the gathering crew kind of slowly dissipate, shake their heads a bit, kind of shake free of the brief influence calling their attention.
That was super
And they all begin to scatter back to whatever they were doing.
I'm out of sorcery points.
The open night sky, the kind of welcome sense of familiar air, and being outside of the immediate space of tension is very, very welcome.
Can we find a place to lay low for a little bit?
We're not there yet.
Yeah. I am going to, I still have 3rd level left, and I don't know if it'll work here, but I'm going to try sending.
Okay.
See if I can send a message to Keyleth. We're back. We're at the surface of the Malleus Key. Just trying to find a way to get back to you.
That is wonderful news. I'll be at the encampment as soon as I can. Can you get there safe? Oh, that's not how this works. I'll...
I love it.
You begin to make a western beeline in the direction where you hope you'll be able to see the encampment. And now as you all kind of quietly walk under the stars of the Exandrian sky, in silence, looking across the distant kind of rocky, barren horizons of the Hellcatch, really the first moment hits in where you get to begin to process what you've lost.
I'm gonna turn around and look up at the moon. That was awful.
You didn't have to do that. Letters.
He'd been itching to do that since the day I met him.
No, it's funny. It's the first thing I thought about Ashton.
Knew he was just gonna pull that shit. God fucking damn it.
I remember your warnings to him.
I've seen enough fights go south. If letters hadn't done that, we'd all be dead.
Yeah.
I know.
I just felt like we were so close. We could have had her. We don't know that. You don't know that.
She was too strong. He saved us.
He made it count. We got to do the same.
I hope we made the right call with Liliana. I feel like that shit with Ludinus, I think she doesn't support him. I do believe that now.
Mostly.
I felt that hold, though, that Predathos has. I felt that welcoming warmth that she spoke of. And she's been there so long.
Yeah, she clearly has her criticisms of Ludinus. Although that sounded pretty tangled too, her history with him. But, she definitely seems like a believer in Predathos.
I think it's more than that. I think he's part of us. We're his children, right?
That bit she said at the very end. This is what you're designed for.
That hit you too, didn't it?
Yes. It made me think of FCG. It's just reminiscent of something that sounds like we all struggle with. Not being able to supersede that feeling of being designed, controlled, manipulated. But it also just made my heart break for her. Feels like we've been very privileged to go on a journey guided by FCG to learn more, that we're more than just what our creators intended for us. And I don't think she's had that.
Yeah.
Made me sad and grateful at the same time.
Jenny. Where's Odahan's shit?
Here.
Lay it out. Lay it out. I walk over and I pick up the sword, one of them. I jam it in the soil. That is the blade that killed my father and my husband. She is not right. I'm gonna walk away from this group for a little bit.
Imogen?
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. I turned to, what's her name?
Everall.
You said you knew where Ludinus was. Do you have a city name, a location?
I don't know where it is, but he's referred to it a few times.
What did he say?
It's called Aor. It's where he's getting all these things. And when so a lot of this tech was being brought in there, we were able to combine it with some of our initial designs of, shifting and changing up our developments for various war implements here on Ruidus, and they had developed a lot of things based around this thing, this Malleus key he was talking about, and it was So part of my thing was to help originally to design tools that were used to burrow through the outer layers of the glass pillar, where Cyrus was.
Oh.
It's an impossibly thick layer of glass. But the exaltants, when they came in here and began to consult with us alongside Ludinus, they began to speak as they communed with the being of the planet moon used for, I guess, to you. There were multiple layers to this glass. The outer layers was simple enough to get through with some of this tech we designed it, but the secondary layer that we got through was like adamantine. It seemed like it had some sort of divine magical origin in its construction. Our standard designs were too slow in trying to get through there, given the rapid timeline of what was going on, and mounting opposition from Exandria, as you said, across the bridge was starting to grow tension. So Ludinus was going to go back to seek out what tech was available. From Aor. There's supposed to be a continued source of it being excavated from his troop, his vanguard, his allies, but there was a problem there. Something he called it the Dominox, had kind of...
Dominox?
Had begun to take up root there, was causing struggles with their excavation, and so he was going to go take care of it himself. That was just a few days ago. There are certain implementations of magical synergies in the technology that was being presented as part of our study group that had... the tech had a unique understanding of the weave of godly magics, divine-type magics, and how to unravel them on a very base core point.
Okay.
So this was the basis of our project. It means to penetrate the secondary glass shell that contains Prodathos within. So taking inspiration from the Malleus Factorum, and the other trickles of nearby tech, and essentially develop it in a smaller scale that we'd be able to go through these additional layers of the...
god adamantine stuff?
Yeah. So apparently the glass of... the glass veins that run through the planet are the remnants of Prodathos' last form. So the glass is what its body once was, then turned to be its own prison. And so whatever it is sleeping within is within its own glass prison and the layers between. And that's where the tech and the exaltants, that's where all of this is supposed to come together, is to break past these boundaries and then free it from its prison shell of what it once was. Yeah.
Can I take, with reverence, can I take the sword out of the sand and just look at it?
Yeah. It is a sleek saber-like weapon. It has like a very faint curve, the thickened blade itself having nearly no hilt. There's a bit of a hook towards the back of it, and the blade itself has a very you don't even notice it at a distance, and you don't realize like the pain that it has. There is a faint serration along the edge of the blade, about halfway down, that goes to the base of where the hilt, the kind of basic hilt would be. It is extremely light, and even just holding it, there's like a faint vibration to it with each swing.
Wow.
This is Ishta, the summit blade.
I'm gonna head towards Orem, who's at a distance, and approach slowly.
Hey.
Hi. I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder.
Sorry, I know how hard all that is for you.
Don't apologize. I can't begin to understand how hard it is for you.
You know, every one of us makes our decisions through the lenses or prisms we see life through.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take mine down. It's not even about revenge for me. I'm just trying to honor what they sign up to do.
Well, I didn't know them. But I can't imagine imagine they wouldn't look at you and not be proud. I think you've gone farther than anyone could ever expect you to. And you're still going.
So far. You mind if I take a minute?
Take all the time you need. We're heading to the encampment.
I'll catch up.
All right.
Just stare out into the dark for a half a minute or so, and I pull out the stone. And reach out to Dorian. We're home. Can you hear me? Northeast of Bassaris. Can you get there? I'm struggling. Sorry. Can you get here? Fuck, I miss you.
As the words leave your lips and the spell sends them aloft, I'm going to ask you all to leave the table, please. If you don't mind.
To leave?
Yeah, like, leave.
Oh.
You know what? I think I'll take it from here. I think it's time to see the other half of the story. So, my lovely crown keepers. Kamille. After the events of our interlude, those long, long weeks ago, you all moved north past the Silvercut Crossroads to lay low in the Wildwood Valley. The settlements you dared stay at for more than a few days are more village than town, but the narrow edge of your escape from Posca and the Nameless Ones has you cagey. It's been almost a month of low living. The six of you, Cyrus included, but 2 weeks ago, something new began. Whispers reached even your remote ears. A solstice, the moon of ill omen, the Blight Star, lost from the skies of Taldore, trapped over Marquet. Disenchantment of old and powerful magics. No sending, no teleportation, no resurrection. And those of you with connections to the gods of this world, you have felt a pressing on the threads of your connections with them. And then a message from Orem. Desperate. So sad. Halfway around the world, he bade you find the Tempest in a tone that pushed your group from hiding to haste. Opal's been getting pretty dark lately. As you travel, I want to know just from the group, what's on your mind?
Dariax has no drive or goal outside of the people that he's attached himself to. A sense of kinship with those that he's traveled with and have been kind in his ramblings and stumblings, but also a renewed sense of protectiveness over Opal in these recent weeks.
A protector.
I think Morgan could best be described as a dog. A dog on a leash or a horse just chomping at the bit. And she has a new allegiance to the matron. And the second that she says bite, she'll bite. It doesn't matter who it is.
Lying in wait.
I think after the discovery of the situation and change of heart, or so Fira thinks, a change of heart from her sister, she too has been not lost, but and not fully demoralized, but just confused as to where she is most needed now.
Conflicted.
I think over the past few weeks, this should be the scenario for Dorian that he thought he wanted. Freedom, adventure. And it's not so much the situation that's sort of dragging his mood down these days, because he's glad to be surrounded by his friends, and he's glad to have friends, truly, for the first time ever. But as he's had more time alone and as he feels the group sort of start to drift, he's starting to come to a realization that's unsettling for him, and that he's missing something. He's starting to wonder why he's here.
From drifting to searching.
Yeah.
I think Opal is kind of like in a strange, almost like a dream-like existence where I think she's like losing the thread a little bit. She works overtime to be more herself around her family. I think you might catch her with a faraway look on her face, or just maybe murmuring to herself. And it's very concerning to her, but she's not wanting to alarm anyone.
I like that you said dreams, because I think your dreams were the thing that went first.
Mm-hmm.
For 2 weeks, you go to sleep, and you wake up exhausted. And it is at some point, just a few days into your journey towards Zephyra, towards purpose or adventure or whatever comes next after your last big quest, you feel it. Something inside you breaks. You all walk down the road, and Opal stops.
Hey, Opal, you feeling all right there?
Can I hear him?
It is like someone is shouting at you while running backwards. You hear him closely at first, but it seems to be drifting off and away.
Okay.
You can respond.
Do you say something?
Yeah, you just, like you're getting one of those distant moments again.
Oh.
Last time, you just want to make sure you're all right.
Yeah, I think I did you guys hear anything?
Huh? I grab my rapier and I look around and see what I can possibly perceive.
It would be so easy if the thing that you felt on the wind and around you was a monster.
Mm-hmm.
A very big goblin.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of guys. But what you feel is the pressure. You turn towards that feeling of gravity and you look at Opal, trying so hard to shake off whatever this is. And you see it in a flash. It's not that she raises or levitates off the ground, but she seems to grow massive and then she explodes out in every direction.
Whoa.
Hey, Matt, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
I think I'm gonna need you to slide on over there for me.
Over.
No!
Yeah, over to there.
Oh
Which way in between?
This way.
So much stuff.
Oh, it's so spooky! There's a skull in that rock.
You feel yourself splinter out, and the parts of you inside of you shoot forth webs, tendrils. You've been getting pretty dark for a while now. and you hear her voice in your ear. So sorry. I think I wanted us to have a little more time to do this organically. But your sister keeps getting in my way.
This isn't gonna be good for your image. We've been working so hard to rehabilitate.
I don't care about my image. I care about my life. And what I need more than a rehabilitation in public perception is a champion. A true champion.
What does that mean?
It means I need you to come with me. And I need to sever the ties that keep you with them. You accepted my crown. And now the bill is due. Amy. Who's the biggest threat in the Crown Keepers?
Opal is probably the most scared of Friederichs.
I need you to make a series of attacks against Friederichs.
No. Wait, before I do that, I would like to. Can I do my? Can I cast a ritual? Can I telepathic bond?
I will say, for the sake of your guys' like walking through the woods, you would have ritually cast telepathic bond at the beginning of the day.
Okay.
So you are all connected in a telepathic group chat. But Opal isn't picking up. True Opal isn't picking up just yet.
Okay, I'm gonna have to Hexblades curse her first.
What does it feel like when you Hexblade curse Friederichs?
Well, I think to Opal, it feels like when you need to throw up, but you really don't want to. And it doesn't usually feel that way to her, but in this case, because she's a friend, it does, and it probably feels like a hand around the throat.
You see your friend, you feel a hand around your throat, holding you in place as two dark bolts of energy land center mass in your stomach, and there is nothing but to take it. You feel that sense of nausea get chased quickly by two gut punches. Force damage, yes, but betrayal. Morgan.
Yeah.
You are up first.
Sick.
The ground seems to churn, and you can hear, with your big Lagamore ears, skittering far off and away in the woods. You see those, like, shining bits. They are deeply magical. They don't seem like you're looking for something to hit, and these are not necessarily that. They are something of Opal.
Yes.
Thrown everywhere around you.
So there's something of her.
Yes.
So it's all one thing.
Yes.
Great. I would like to cast haste. Could I actually move within 10 feet of her? Listen, we're gonna get you out of this, okay? I don't know if you can hear me, but we're gonna get you out of this.
What you are looking at is a stone cold Opal with like no visible sclera, iris, pupil just turns to you the moment that vow hits. That's all you get.
I'm gonna use Divine Smite at 4th level, and I sink that rapier into like I can't even do her stomach. Like I have to do her thigh, and I just like rip it down her thigh.
Opal, you take none of that damage.
Oh, okay.
You feel the dagger sink into her thigh, and that second set of arms grabs the blade at the bottom and pushes forward. Your blade is sunk into the dark shadow of something that looks like Opal, but this is like if Opal did CrossFit for 3 years. Ted is going to take all of that damage.
Okay.
Opal takes none.
I mean,
But you have effectively separated Opal and the other half of her soul. She looks at you. Eyes as blank as Opal's are now. And pushes your sword back and out of her thigh and reaches behind her and pulls out a massive sword of her own.
Oh.
Her mouth doesn't move, but you can hear Ted in your head across the bond. What are you doing? Why are you attacking her?
Do you think I'm an idiot? I know something bad is about to happen here.
What? You could help why is the first thing you do drawing blood? I will protect her at any cost. And if that means, and at this point, you all hear Ted's voice getting quiet. Not you, as she stays in your head. If that means I have to slaughter you, you can be the first body to drop. And you hear the skittering of spiders.
Dorian was kind of up front, like just kind of tooting a little tune on his flute, kind of okay in his own zone. Morgan immediately just stabbed her in the leg. A demon person burst forth in the last like half a minute or so.
Not even half a minute.
Not even.
Not even.
Yeah.
It really popped off.
So. Yeah. Processing Dorian just like his last little toot, and like all of a sudden,
Double toot?
yeah.
The toot?
You see his winged boots engage, and he starts to look up at everything that just transpired. And as he sort of flutters past Fiera, who's still got his flute, and he just goes, "Better get your head in the game, bossy Genasi," toot, and gives bardic inspiration. He's been working on his nicknames. I would like to try to get up to Opal and grapple her.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
I'm gonna fly up to her. He's like, "Are you okay?" And you try to give her a big hug.
I guess one of my arms just goes. Just dead face. Just
So much of me is feeling again like double betrayed, but I know it's not her. I just know. And over the last few weeks, I think I've been asking the Wild Mother. I've been asking for the site to give me some kind of insight. Is there anything that I can do to peel her away from whatever is happening? Is there anything you can help me do to peel her away from what is happening, you Wild Mother?
Those are two very specific questions. What can you do to peel away? You feel a little bit of hesitation. Remove the crown. You have a sense of like a stinging and burning, like briars or nettles in your scalp at your hairline, ripped away. The second question, what could she, the Wild Mother, do? Is met like a sudden gust of wind blocking your path. Why would she? Why would she stop what's happening?
Well, that's unexpected. What do you need from me to help her?
What do you need from me to help her? A specific set of questions. You feel the nature of the Wild Mother's answer, like if you stood in a field of kudzu as it like rapidly grows around your ankles, binding you. A twist of words. What could I do to help you help her? And again, you get that sense of like briars and prickling, stinging things across those vines. Why would I stop this from happening? Not out of fury, but again, out of fear. And then once more, you feel at your temple, the crown, and a flash of blinding pain to let you know the cost of separating Opal from the crown she donned willingly. And you flash back to here and now. Fiora, what do you do?
All right, I look at Opal, and I say with the telepathic bond, I am sorry. And I say out loud, you can't have her. And I use my key points to pull my hand back, and in my hand you see appear a whip, but it's made of thick lava. And I swing it around to her actual body. I'm gonna move even further that way.
As you move across, like you feel, as you're, like you kind of give it a little like test, like what the shit is under my foot. It feels crushable, and as you lean into it, it feels like it brings a memory to mind. Ooh. All of a sudden your mind like snaps to a conversation you had with her forever ago, but you don't press, and you're keeping your eye on her and trying to figure out what's going on. So it's like the beginning of your mind beginning to wander, and you snap and call it to attention. Now I get to go.
Oh no.
But why?
But why?
The skittering gets much louder.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
They enter
As like a bonus.
onto the field as all of you hear inside the bond and inside the world around you. The laughter. Those of you that have had time and interactions with the Spider Queen know her voice. You won't stop me from making her mine without killing her. So what are you all prepared to do? And the spider way back over here is going to move to a little stack of dicks and reaches down and scoops them up, and you all see like they flash in the sort of like midday sun and crush them. And Opal, you feel something go away forever, and you know it in the moment as you lose it. There's a part of your past. You never really understood what your deal was with Ted. Who she was to you was your sister, but why did she disappear? Why was she inside you? Why did all of the events that brought you to these people, how did they all come to pass? And there's a story you remember now, but how could you remember a thing that your mother told you and Ted when you were 3 years old as she tucked you in shortly before she disappeared? A long time ago, a group of people found something called a beacon. Luxon, that's the word. The Luxon. Found created magics within themselves to split their own souls apart so that they could learn who they were via observation. As a child, torn in two, you observe yourself, you learn who you are, what you like, what you want, what you need, your purpose, and then rejoin, find unity once more. Your mother was one of these people. Oh, shit. And so, Ted, Opal, Georgina, are you. You and Ted found each other again, reunited to something stronger than your holes. You understand yourself because you understand Ted. Ted wants to protect you because she is protecting herself. And you are something rare and magical in the world of Exandria, and the memory of that is gone forever in the moment of knowing it.
We're gonna get you. Don't worry, we're gonna get you. Right, everybody? Right? He's gonna go ahead and cast Bless at second level.
God damn it!
That's what I do. No, it's us four here. We all have Bless on us.
Okay.
We're gonna get you, girl. We're gonna get you. Well, how do we get her? What are we doing? He's gonna start panicking, and he's gonna start rushing up to try and join the rest of them. Let's see. As a bonus action, he's gonna look over at Dorian across the way after he's being plucked and pelted to the air. Like, don't worry, we all believe in you. You're a fearless leader, and you can do this.
Oh, what?
And he's gonna go ahead and give him a D6 Bardic Inspiration die. Taking a few levels of training up under his
told you pursuing a life in the arts isn't worth it.
I've done nothing worth anything, so I'm not changing anything in my trajectory.
You're like a guitar string go.
Okay, thank you.
Incredible.
Ted, first of all, you look great. Second of all, I know you're just trying to help, but I'm gonna cast darkness on both of us.
That's going to catch everyone.
Oh, no.
I need you to kill them. At the bottom of the order, Cyrus just goes, I can't see anything. Hey, bro.
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
What do you want me to do?
Kill a spider. In general, they're bad.
Okay.
I'm really thinking about what Ted said. And honestly, it's kind of negated by the fact that like they threw the first punch for sure by like, you know, sucker punching Fieta. But also like, why was that my first reaction? And I feel the blood and I can't even see it and it's so sticky. And I'm just like, it just feels really wrong and bad. And I'm sitting there waiting for the Matron of Ravens to, I don't know, say something to me, but I need to do something other than make something bleed. So I hop over to Fieta and I look at her and I take my hand and I slam it on her arm and I heal her with my lay on hands pool. I'll heal you for as much as you're damaged.
Save some of it for Opal. We will need it. Get as many gems as you can.
And then I'm gonna reach down and try to grab them, I guess.
You reach out and grab them and you pull them away from like this sticky spider web.
Yeah.
And as you take them into you and you hold them, and your intention here is to protect them, not break them. There is something in that like intention and in that choice that triggers a memory. You understand suddenly that you are holding on to some portion of Opal, a bond between the two of you, something that if destroyed by the Spider Queen or her minions, she will lose forever, and part of it is her connection to you. You think back to when you were still floating so slowly on the broomstone platform. You had all sort of given up your huffing and puffing and doggy paddling behind, and it's just sort of a quiet moment. The rest of the group is sleeping, and you had an opportunity kind of quietly talk.
Can I ask you a question? When you took that vestige, how did you know it was the right thing to do?
Oh, I didn't. It was the thing to do at the time. I don't think we ever really know. But it doesn't feel bad to have a purpose.
That's all I wanted my entire life. I don't know, I know it's hard and you're going through a lot, but I just want you to know that I think you're really cool.
Oh my gosh, I think you're really cool. You know, when I first saw you at the Maiden's Wish, I thought, oh no, like another pretty girl. But then I got to know you and I was like, oh wait, actually, if we like put our heads together, we can do anything and like look good doing it.
I love that for us.
I know that sounds really, like stupid.
No.
But there's nothing like being underestimated.
Under promise, over deliver. I like that.
But if you just need someone to give you permission to just follow your heart, you have it.
Thank you, Opal.
You're welcome.
And you feel yourself move back from that. And those gems that you claimed here, the Spider Queen can never take. And Opal keeps a pillar of her personality and a connection to you. Hey, bud.
I'm gonna fly straight up in the darkness. Ascend out of the dome. I am weighed down with so much shit, but I fish around in my backpack for this little mandolin that my boy Dariax gave me. And I strum a beautiful harmonic tune, and with my Knaith mandolin, I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on the darkness.
Baby. I don't have a reaction until I find out what that is.
You can see it happening, so you're like, oh, you're casting magic. You can counterspell it if you want.
I'm kind of like flying
What if
over
it doesn't work?
We'll see.
Find out.
Yeah. 9. I'm just shit at my rolls. Yeah, I fly over and I try to cast it at darkness, and and I'm still flying. I was like, oh damn.
Right? You are up.
Cool. What I would like to do is to begin using my movement to run and scoop those up.
You move 10 feet to your left and scoop up this like array of gems, and you feel a memory trigger. It's only about a week ago, as Opal is coming in from doing something you don't know, but you bump into each other.
Sorry.
It's okay. You notice that, or you would see that she's holding the 2 parts of the once whole tiger eye that she had before our escape. She's holding both parts of them and just kind of moving them between her fingers.
How are you doing?
Oh, I don't know anymore.
Give her a hug.
Oh.
It's okay, you can hug back. Yeah, we'll work on it.
I told you it was important to heal things with your sister.
Yeah.
I've always known who Fierka is. And she's my sister, but she's also always been, how do you say? A bit of an asshole.
Yeah.
But I never thought that she would want to kill me.
I think we tend to, glorify people. Their memories, at least. And it's supposed to be like that if we're never going to see them again. But then you see them again. And then it's just a choice to love them, even if they're assholes. You know, I would be jealous of you if you were my sister too. You're so confident and you know so much and you can beat anybody's ass. You're a really great person too.
I look up at the crown on your head and I see how it digs into your skin. I don't know what is happening to you, Opal. But you can trust me to fight for you as if you were my sister too.
Oh, I'm definitely your sister. Even if it's just until you get your own sister back.
Even if it's just for now.
And we come back from that. Opal, you are the secret scared thing inside your own brain right now.
Yeah.
I think you understand Ted better than you ever have before.
Okay.
And there's something external to you that presses in on you. It's massive, it's overwhelming, and it leans in. It grabs you, not by your clothing, but by the bones of your rib cage and pulls you in and says, kill them. We need to go.
I am going to shoot out 3 Eldritch Blasts. I'm gonna go for Dariax.
Bring it.
38 points of damage, and you take 10 points of healing.
Oh, it's just dark. Yeah, it's just you're not physically blind. Oh, okay. I mean, technically, by definition, you can't see, therefore you're blind. But your body is okay.
great. My body's a...
Ted can't see, but Ted did just sort of hear that conversation. Oh, no. And is just going to like swing a haymaker.
I am screaming very loud.
She like swings and then comes around and is able to like clip you across the chest.
Look, Tarkness hurts. Tarkness is bad. We're gonna get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and quicken
Cool.
Dimension Door. I'm gonna go ahead and grab your arm and be like, all right, I think I saw something that way. Let's get out of here. I'm just gonna try and Dimension Door us on top of the highest platform of this hill.
And that gives you just enough eyes on the gems under your feet that you're able to go like,
oh, shit. Oh, shiny. I still have my action. Since
Yeah.
I do that as a bonus action.
Yes.
And just pick them up.
amazing.
Yeah, baby.
You lean down, scoop
So
up the gems, and you feel yourself suffuse with light and energy and the scent of Opal's perfume when she's not spraying it directly into your grill. This is just a couple days ago when you were first taking off. And as you hit the road, there's a time in the middle of the night. Dariax, you wake up, you scan around, and you see like light bouncing off of the back of a cat's retinas, but opalescent pink in the dark. Unfocused, unblinking. You can just hear the murmuring and the muttering, and somehow it's like louder in your ears than it is out in the world.
Oh, you okay?
How did I get here?
Maybe you're having a dream. Can I get you anything? Need some water?
That's okay. Thank you.
Kind of like steps up a little bit to her as she softens, not affected by her visage, and kind of like plops down next to her with his hands on his knees. How you doing?
Do you ever feel like you're not really here?
That's a very big concept.
Like almost like you don't exist. But you do. But it's murky.
I can't say that I've had that feeling myself, but it hurts to think that that's what you're going through.
You know, Dariax, you're really kind. You're a really good person. And I also think you're pretty smart.
You're very sweet, too, and a terrible liar. But I'll tell you what. I spent most of my life up to this point just kind of picking a direction and running. Then it took kind of stumbling into some purpose with the rest of you, Nitwits, to kind of, I don't know, put a little more care in what I did. You know, Dorian's looked after me since I began to think about making a difference. And he's protected me and shown me what it's like to have an impact and think about what that impact means to others, you know? So maybe I gotta pay it forward. And I protect you.
And I protect you.
I mean, I know that, but like, I also like, don't feel like you gotta be away from us over here in the dark. It's a cold night. Come here. I'll be Big Spoon.
Oh, that's really nice.
You're inside this memory, and all of you can see it. But I think, Dorian, because you're also right there where Dariax has scooped this up, you see that the bundle of gems that Dariax holds, some of the shine goes away. A little bit of black begins to seep across it. And within the vision, Dariax, you don't see or remember what actually happened. Opal doesn't walk over to you. You have to let me go. Just keep going. Get Dorian wherever he needs to go. I have to go with her. You have to let me go with her.
Dorian?
No.
Dorian?
No! Let her go! And you see Opal's jaw like opens too wide, like the mandible snaps and cracks and splits apart. And she lunges for you. And then in the darkness, the vision goes away and you come back up to the present.
I don't think that's what happened.
Be quiet. I'm trying to let them go peacefully. If they stay my champion, I will make you kill them. You understand that, right?
Yes. I understand.
So you make them go, or I do.
Guys, maybe you should go.
You all see that big bubble butt spider leap onto Cyrus and tackle him to the ground, and its mandibles come and like they just sort of pinch into his shoulder.
Well,
and just and he begins to like frantically tear away at like his clothing, like he's on fire, like he needs to get to his skin. And you all see that like that blue gets shot through as the veins in his shoulders begin to like pulse a sickly green.
Ew.
The threats are not idle. And there's something inside of the Spider Queen that is beginning to panic. It's taking too long. She needs something new to happen. And Ted turns and locks on you, even within the darkness, and it's going to run and sprints and dives into your body. You both see, from your vantage point, something horrendous. What's the worst thing you could see on the battlefield right now?
The worst in this moment would be a true sign of losing Opal. Seeing her become something that is beyond our reach, probably.
And there it is, in front of your eyes. You see her double over in pain as arms burst through, as her lower body swells and becomes grotesque. A drider body forms out from under her, and she rises to about 12 feet tall. Her head turns and looks at you, and eyes open, jet black, weeping black ichor, I don't know how to say that, and other sets of eyes open up, multiples, looking at you. And when she opens her mouth to scream, it's just like in your memory, vision, the lie, the truth, you barely remember anymore, as she laughs. Dorian, what's the worst thing you could see on the battlefield right now?
I mean, this is in their mind's eye, right? Because they still have darkness up.
You do still have darkness up.
I think it's everyone corrupted. So like when we were on that door to the Feywild and Fern saw a version of herself, I think that horrifies Dorian worse than anything.
It's like all of your friends, your brother, are suddenly looking in a mirror. And then that mirror version, like burned fern, reaches through and grabs them and pulls them in, and then steps out to replace them. Spider Queen is done fucking around. She wanted to do this the easy way. Now she's gonna do it the hard way. And she's going to make you be the tool of your own severance.
Oh.
Opal, you get taller, you begin to stretch out. You're already lanky, kind of a model.
I mean, if that's true.
You are now a full 6'5". 2 sets of arms, holding daggers, holding crystalline swords. Just weeping wounds from your head. A crown, another crown. And when you smile, that same black ichor pours from the side of your mouth. As you are joined with a third set of arms, Opal, Ted, and the Spider Queen in unison. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
Oh my god.
Yeah!